Hello, everybody. This is rice, beans, and stew with plantain. Nigerian street food combo. I worked somewhere years ago and I would always have this when I couldn't cook in the mornings. The beans highlights were the beans so soft and the stew delicious, and it was blended quastly than most people would do it. So let's recreate it. Let's go there. I'm using beef only and I've added curry, thyme, onions, salt, and dry pepper to it. And it has been marinating for like 30 minutes. And I'm going to put it on stove without water first so I can seal in all the juices and the spices before I add water to it. I'm satisfied with it. Pour in the hot water and cook while I go with the rest of the combo. For the stew, I've got here tatashe, red bell pepper. This is chili pepper, onions, and tomatoes. Everything should be to your taste. I used a blender to blend the pepper, tomatoes, and onion mix. I'll be boiling it down. One, because I used tomatoes, so the cooking time will be reduced, as well as if I can't finish using it at once, I can save it for later. Minutes later, this is done. Let me show you how thick it is. I've got here red pepper powder, garlic, seasoning cubes, two, and of course, thyme and curry. Onions sliced, beef stock, good. For the stew or sauce, I'll be using only palm oil. I've got a dry pan on the stove. To it, I'm going to add the palm oil till it's smoky hot. Not so smoky hot. I'll cover it so people can breathe free. A couple of minutes later, the palm oil is hot. I'm going to fry the beef inside it. Frying the beef in this oil adds more flavor to the stew. I'm not going to fry this for a long time, just getting it a little bit brown. If you like, you can add other meats or fish, everything to your taste and pockets. All the meat is out now to the stew proper. I poured in the pepper tomato mix which has been boiled down. That isn't the order of things. That was a mistake I made. The first thing I should have added was the onions and then fry for a minute or two. I tried maybe frying the onions separately, but just didn't work. No point. Let me mix everything together. Pour in the spices at this point. Cover and let everything cook together. When it has been cooking for several minutes, I'm going to add in the more onions. I want more onions for that extra flavor. The next thing to add is the meat stock. Add salt. Couple of minutes later, this is the stew. I'll check if it's thick enough for me to add the meat. So it's thick enough. By the time I put in the meat, which I'm doing now, and it cooks a little, it will be the right consistency or thickness. Several minutes later, it is done. Stew is done. One done, three more to go. For the rice, it's the regular rice. It's not something expensive. It is street food. So I'm going to wash the rice now. And to wash it, to remove the starch, I've added salt. Mix everything together so the salt gets to every part of the grains, and then add hot water. Hot water to wash it makes it easier. I have drained the starchy water, and I'm going to keep on rinsing until the water becomes clear. It's clear, drain. Meanwhile, I've got the beans here. It has been soaking for like 45 minutes. This is to make it softer and to remove all the chemicals used in preserving it. I'll throw away the water. Add some water to it. I'm not going to add much water for now, and I have sort of parboiled it, so the water should just be a little above the rice level. To it, I'm also going to add some salt. It's done. Cooking this separately helps you to decide which one you want more. If you like, you could even skip beans if you are younger. I washed the beans before I soaked it. I'm going to drain out the water, then rinse again. To cook the beans, I'm going to add a little bit of water, not too much. Let me move it closer. This is the water I use. I'll be topping it up as I go since it has already been soaked, and it wouldn't need a lot of water for it to get cooked. Or the dodo, which is fried plantain in Nigeria, ripe fried plantain in Nigeria, which cut it into circles like this. I can't remember how she cut it, but I think she cut it in a regular slanting way. I got vegetable oil in a frying pan and I'm waiting for it to get hot, but not too hot. When it is hot, I will pour in the plantain and then start frying the dodo. One of the rules of frying, do not overcrowd the pan, but because I wanted everything to go in one batch, that rule had to go. Another rule of frying is don't wait for it to get very, very brown before you bring out any fried food. I obey that one. Otherwise, when you bring it down, it's going to be darker, sometimes even getting burnt. Let me check the beans. The beans is cooking. Let me see if it is soft. You know, the beans cooked on the street is usually very, very soft. It's not all mashed up, but some of it they are mashed, and it's obvious they took their time in cooking it. It's either they use firewood or coal pot. So that's the texture I'm going for. So I'm going to let the water dry. Minutes later, the water is dry. I'm going to mix it up so it has that a little bit of mashed, but not everything will be mashed. That's the advantage of having rice and being separate. Nigerian rice, beans, stew, and plantain. Nigeria street style is ready. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Magic, magic.